Hello students, welcome back to the channel, and in this video we are going to learn our very first topic of democratic politics from class 9. Okay, if you are new to the channel, subscribe it and hit the bell icon. Stay tuned till the end of video. Pay your attention towards whiteboard. If you have any doubt, if you got any doubt at that particular time, you can comment in the comment section and watch video till end. Do share and subscribe the channel. Dear students, let's get started with our class 9th democratic politics topic. Our name of topic is what is democracy and why democracy. Okay, so from our childhood we are just listening a basic definition of democracy. What's that? It is a government of people, for people and by people. But here in this chapter we are going to learn a very simple definition of democracy. Okay, so what's that simple definition of democracy? Here democracy is a form of government in which rulers are elected by people. So what is this definition? Here rulers are elected by the people. This is democracy. Let's differentiate it with the non-democratic government. Now in the country where there is non-democracy, there is the situation that that particular country is ruled by the dictators. They are not elected by people. In such type of government, people doesn't have any right to say in any decision. Okay, we will better understand this with some examples. So let's take one example of Myanmar. What happened in Myanmar? In Myanmar, in charge of army, okay, of that particular country took over as the ruler of that country. Okay, here what happened? In charge of army itself, they became ruler of the country and they were not elected by people. People didn't get any right to say in that decision. But what happened after that? People started protesting it. Okay, next we are going to see our features of democracy. But the simple definition of democracy gives rise to many questions. What are those questions? The question are, who are the rulers in this definition? Okay, after that, what kind of election constitutes a democratic election? And next, who are the people who can elect the rulers or get elected as rulers? Finally, what kind of government is democracy? So answer to this question, we are going to see our features. So very first feature is major decisions are taken by elected leaders. So democracy says that all the decisions should be taken by elected leaders. In Pakistan, Pervez Musharraf, who was general of the army, he overthrew democratically government and declared himself as the chief executive of the country. Later, he changed his designation to the president. In August 2002, he passed legal framework. In spite of that, all the powers were remaining with them, with the Pervez Musharraf and his army. But what our feature says that all the decisions should be taken, should be retained, all the powers should be with the representatives who were elected by the people. Okay, this was our first feature. Our next feature is free and fair electoral competitions. It says that all the competitions should be fair enough. In China, Parliament is elected after every 5 years. But who are electing them? So Congo Remin Daibio Dahui, which is also known as National People's Congress, it has a right to elect president. Okay, in China, who is electing president? National People's Congress, which is also known as Chinese Communist Party, and member of that Communist Party or other 8 smaller allied parties, they are only contesting elections, they are only voting in that elections. Okay, and in China, government is formed by this Communist Party only. Okay, again in Mexico. Now another example we are going to take is of Mexico. Okay, so in Mexico there is only one party who is winning election all the time. So which is that party? The name of that party is PRI, which is also known as Institutional Revolutionary Party. They are winning just because of some dirty tricks. What are those dirty tricks? Government officers are allowed to vote, plus government teachers, okay, government school teachers, they were forcing parents to vote for PRI. This was the dirty tricks. After that, media would ignore the activities of opposition party, and in spite of that, even that, they were shifting all the polling booths at the end. But what our feature says that there should be free and fair electoral competitions. PRI would invest more amount of money also. Our third feature is one person, one vote and one value. Okay, but in Saudi Arabia, women would not have any right to vote. Okay, what this feature says that everyone should get right to vote, and that particular vote should have one value. Saudi Arabia were not giving right to women for voting. Again in Estonia, okay, Russian minority would find it difficult to vote. So here in Estonia, Russian minorities were finding it difficult to vote, and again in Saudi, women were not having any voting rights. But this democracy, it is based on one fundamental. What is that fundamental? Political equality. It says that every adult citizen should have a right to vote, and that particular one vote should have one value. This was our third feature. Our fourth feature is rule of law and respect of rights. Okay, that all the rights should be respected. In Zimbabwe, okay, when Zimbabwe attained independence from white minority in 1980, since that time it was ruled by one person whose name is Robert Mugabe. He was ruling Zimbabwe. There were some independent journalists, those who were writing against government, but they were being harassed. Okay, this should not be the case as was in Zimbabwe. As you know that government can be undemocratic, government or rulers can be autocratic. Okay, here rights should be reserved with citizens themselves. So our democracy says that, our definition says that government should be limited by basic rules of the constitution. Okay, this was all about the features. Hope you have understand it. Okay, fine. So what are the points that we covered in this video? We covered definition of democracy, we saw non-democratic government, and we saw features of democracy. Okay, so in the next video we will see another part of our topic. Fine, till that time, stay healthy, be safe. Thank you and have a great day ahead.